I just wanted to make a little video on this 1988 white lawnmower that I picked up. It's a LGT 1655, and I bought this thing for 150 bucks. It had blown rings on the engine. I think it came, I don't even remember. I didn't mess with the motor that was in it. It was just puking oil out of the exhaust. I knew it was fucked, and I didn't want to mess with it. So I think it was 18 horse that was in it. But long story short, I ended up pulling it out. A buddy at work gave me this motor right here. It's a 14.5 horse Briggs & Stratton. It's a 1998 motor in a 1988 chassis. I put a new battery in it, a new starter solenoid. I just put a new pulley on the deck yesterday. I took the wheel weights off of it. So it's having issues with, it was just flattening these cotter pins. I don't know if they need to be fatter. I need to put some better washers on there or something or what, but I don't think it was just a lot of the weight, because these wheel weights that were on here were like 15 pounds a piece. I just didn't see any necessary need for them. I'm not using this as a snowplow. So I took them off, and so far so good. I greased it up really good. The exhaust fit perfectly fine with the swap. I had to do a little, just slight hammering to get it to fit. I put LED lights in it. Put a new starter on it. Other than that, the reverse PTO switch on it, it was already bypassed, I guess. So I never had to mess with it, and it still comes on in reverse. The seat switch I did bypass. Just butt connected the wires together and heat shrinked them and shoved them down in there somewhere, zip tied. Fuel gauge works, but problem with it is you can't really see, you know, what's supposed to be what, because it says E, but it's like clearly full. I don't know. It's okay. We'll figure that out someday too, what it's supposed to be. I think it just needs to be reclocked. But yeah, it's just super cool. I showed up and I had to have the thing. It was cheap, and it just looks absolutely cool. It's just very fun to get on. Just the steering wheel and everything on it is it's just absolutely cool. It's got a really good grip. Just the long nose on the hood is what makes it exciting. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys, share this with everybody, because it's just a cool piece of history. I mean, it's not super old, but you know, you don't see anybody really mowing with anything nowadays. They all got at least, you know, early 2000s Craftsman's, or even later now. You know, I'm starting to see those pop up everywhere for scrap and stuff. But I think it's just a cool piece of machinery. I haven't really had any problems with it. I swapped it in, and it mows great. I had that pulley, and that was about it. The belt I put on it. It's one thing, I don't use the clutch on this thing whatsoever. I find it really jerky, and it's a lot better just to ease it in and just slowly ease it in, and it's so much smoother. This thing is actually reputably pretty fast. I got a John Deere L130 over there, and don't ask me what year it is because I have no idea. But it mows significantly faster. It's just kind of got dual blades on it, but this is a lower horsepower motor than what was in it before, and I mean, this thing literally does not bog down at all whatsoever. It runs wonderful to the T, the throttle and everything. It worked pretty good. I mean, it works just fine. The only problem I've seen really is it's just, we're all the way maxed out here, and so occasionally this will get stuck. I just put a little grease on it, and I just kind of got to pull it forward a little bit, and it'll do just fine. But I just think this thing's super duper rad, and I just wanted to share it with everybody. Just being the age of it, you just don't see people mowing with, you know, something as old anymore. I'd like to get something even older. I think I've kind of found a little bit of a hobby here. But yeah, there it is.